How you all doing? I'm just on my afternoon walk with my little companion. Yeah, this is the dog that I'm looking after at the place that I'm house sitting. Yeah, just excuse the noise. I'm right in front of next to a busy road. But yeah, today I wanted to talk about the fact that nothing is guaranteed, and it's really been on my mind a lot recently. You know, it's easy to make all these plans, right? You know, planning for the future and thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know, these are my goals. And there's nothing wrong with planning. I mean, it's all well and good. Like at the beginning of this year, I basically drew up vision plan as to, you know, what it is that I want to achieve in my life over the next year, over the next few years, and all of that. And I've already made some good progress towards achieving some of those goals. Other goals I haven't necessarily worked towards yet, but you know, I find that, like, especially in the space of self-improvement, you know, you can get so caught up in, you know, trying to measure, you know, progress every single day, and it can become exhausting at times where you feel like you're not making necessarily much progress. And like I found, especially with, you know, things like NoFap, in the past I've had a strong focus on streaks where I've really been focusing on reaching a certain number of days. And yeah, this ties back into, you know, the destination versus the journey. And honestly, like, it's the journey is really what counts. It's not, with NoFap, it's not about reaching a certain number of days. It's about crafting and creating a healthier lifestyle for yourself. So nothing is guaranteed. Like the future, tomorrow, it doesn't exist yet. It's whatever we make of it. And with the future, the number one thing that determines the future is the present, what you choose to do right here and right now. And I know you can relate. You know, we all procrastinate at times, and with procrastination, I've tended to, you know, make all these big plans, big goals and all of that, and then I'll find myself just wasting a bunch of time in things like addictions, you know, spending too much time online, you know, porn, PMO, video games, all of that. And you just think oh, I'll do it tomorrow, you know, I don't have to do it right now, things like that. Come on, let's go. Yeah, and it's very difficult when you're in that space of constantly putting things back, because that in itself can become a habit where it's really loud. Anyway, I'm about to exit this busy road, so I'll get back on track. But yeah, when you're so focused on, you know, the future, like, it's essentially like the goalposts are always in front of you and you'll never actually reach them if you're constantly focused on the future. So, you know, your plans, your goals, they'll always be something in the future, and it's not necessarily something that you can achieve right now. But the truth is, you can achieve it right now. I mean, you might not achieve necessarily all the goals that you might have, not immediately, you know, those things will take time, but like small steady steps. We can all do small steps every single day, and it's like, you don't have to be a superhuman and do everything every single day. Like, of course, you know, like I myself, if I were to work on, you know, all of my goals every single day, it would if I were to work on all my goals every single day, it would basically become just exhausting, where I would put all my energy in all these different directions and not be able to actually get anywhere. No, it's like, maybe choose three or four things every single day. All right, I'll focus on this, then I'll move on to the next thing, and I'll focus on something else. You don't have to do everything every single day, right? But yeah, it's just about small, consistent steps that you can do every single day. And it doesn't matter, you know, if you miss out on some things. Sorry if I'm looking around a lot. It's because I'm just looking around what's going on. It's a bit weird to record out here where, you know, people can see me, people are driving, but again, that's part of achieving what I want to, you know, getting out of my comfort zone and not caring what people think of me, because ultimately people out here, you know, they don't care. It's like, I can do what I want, man. I can record out in public. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it does feel very, very weird. And I know this video is already all over the place. But yeah, man, I'll show you a bit where I'm walking, man. I'm just walking basically around the block. The place I'm living at is, yeah, just sort of around here up on a hill. But yeah, man, this is a different views to most of the time. Yeah, I'm staying here house sitting here for 2 months. It's already been a bit over 2 months. It's already been like 2 weeks or more here. So yeah, I've still got like pretty much, I think, 6 to 7 weeks to go. So yeah, I'm settled in well, getting into a new routine. Yeah, it's in a different town to where I normally live. It's a bit bigger, it's more urbanized, so it's, yeah, a different feel. Like the town that I usually live in, which I'm not going to name, only has about 1,000 people, whereas out here it's like, you know, 15 times bigger. So yeah, it's a bit of a change, but you know, it's much smaller from where I originally came. Like last year, you know, I moved out to this region. This is a rural region. I moved from, you know, the Gold Coast, and that's like, of course, way bigger. So yeah, nothing is guaranteed. And you know, when I was living my life, you know, in the big city, you know, there's things that I'll take for granted. You know, for example, I lived close to the beach, but you know, I never really took advantage of it. I never really went there much. That was something I took for granted. But you know, now living out here, this is about, you know, 3 hours inland from there. So it's about a 3-hour drive, and yeah, now I don't have access to the beach. And to be honest, I don't miss it that much. Like I've always been more attracted to, I guess, you know, forests and mountains rather than, you know, the coast. But you know, still, there's some times where I would think, you know, I would like to, you know, go and spend some time, you know, at a beach. But of course, it's not easily accessible. Whereas before, I was like, yeah, like 20 minutes away from the beach. That's where I grew up my whole life. So I took certain things for granted. And also, like with getting back to this topic of goals, like you might want to achieve something, and you'll say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But you know, that opportunity might not always be there. There might be things that could happen in your life. Like let's say, you know, maybe you get into an accident or health complications or anything. You know, you don't know. And again, none of us know, you know, when we're going to die either. It's memento mori, you know, remember that you will die. It's a saying from, you know, the old Romans that they used to remind themselves that, you know, their life here is finite. And you know, it is, you know, each life that we live here, you know, it is finite. You know, we're all going to die one day. And you know, I'm someone, I do believe in reincarnation and the idea of multiple lives. Definitely, I've had some experiences in my life where that really, you know, that make me inclined to believe in that, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But yeah, that's what it is. And you know, every single day is a unique and precious opportunity to, you know, do what we love and experience this wonderful, you know, world that we live in, because this truly is a beautiful, beautiful place. And while there's many problems around us, it's like ultimately this really is just a beautiful place, right? There's so much beauty around us, and it just gives me a sense of wonder, and it really makes me want to just, you know, fulfill and live my greatest joy, fulfill my purpose. I truly believe we all chose to be here. You know, it's like some people believe, you know, that, you know, we're sent here, we're basically put on this earth, you know, in order to, you know, fulfill some, you know, divinely given purpose. And you know, I truly do believe in divine guidance, you know, whatever you might believe. You might call it God or the universe or whatever. I truly believe I have my higher power, okay, and you'll have your higher power. But I truly believe that ultimately, on a divine, you know, level, we all chose to be here to, you know, fulfill some purpose that, or gain some experience that we set out to achieve. And it's like, if we don't achieve it in this lifetime, maybe in the next lifetime, right? But just getting back to this state of wonder and looking at taking inspiration from the beauty of this world that has been created around us. It's, yeah, you know, nothing is guaranteed, not all the time. Like, there's things that could happen any day that might potentially disrupt whatever plans we might have. So I guess the last thing I wanted to say for this video, it's really, wow, it's really rambling, isn't it? But yeah, what I wanted to just say is, don't take anything for granted, and just live every single day to the fullest. Take advantage of all these opportunities. And I'm not just saying this for you, I'm saying this for myself, because of course, like anyone, I'm imperfect. I'll get caught up in, you know, my own struggles and insecurities, and I'll, you know, struggle to take the appropriate action. I'll get stuck in ruts, I'll struggle, I'll get into addictions and all of that. You know, I'm the same as you in that way. But, you know, I'm doing my best. That's all we can do our best every single day. And yeah, it's really about, you know, the mindset, and ultimately what actions we choose to take each and every day to take advantage of the opportunities that we've been given. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. See you all in the next one. Ciao.